Hello,
I'm Alexis,
I'm Christina.
and we are Pita
Good
Pat.
bad. That was one of the better ones. One of the better intros.
It was. We were close enough. We were close enough to it. I feel like eventually we will either have one that we'll have at the same exact time, and we'll be like, this is not how this works. We're supposed to say it at opposite times.
Right, the one day that we actually get it right, we're not gonna like it.
So the BTS meal is out.
Yes, it is. It's been out for how long now?
I think about a week
A
now.
week
I
or
think
so?
I
Yeah, I
think
would say about a
maybe.
week or so. Maybe like 8 days, 9 days.
Yeah. So what did you think about it?
Well, I'm glad that it's just like a 10-piece nugget meal because that's what I get normally anyway. Um, but I've gotten it 3 times already. And every because I tried it once for myself, and then two of my friends wanted to try it. So like the separate times that I hung out with them, we had it. And each time I felt a little embarrassed to go up to the window, so I would order on the app for curbside pickup because I didn't want to say it. But yesterday when I got it with my friend, she wanted to go inside, so I had to be like, "Yeah, can I have the BTS meal?"
For those of you who don't know, the BTS meal is basically a 10-piece nugget meal, which is a 10-piece nugget box full of 10-piece nuggets and a drink and fries. I think it comes with
Yeah,
fries, right?
fries. Mhm.
And it comes with two special new sauces that are chosen in quotes by BTS.
Mhm.
Um, I think that's it, right? It's just a 10-piece nugget meal with special sauces.
Yeah, I think it's yeah, that's literally it. And you can just pick like if you want medium or large size.
Yeah. Personally, I'm 10-piece nuggets for me. I've never gotten 10-piece nuggets. I always get the 20-piece because I know that I just go through 10 pieces like absolutely nothing. I'm the type of person who watches TV while I eat food. So of course everything just goes down to my stomach is never thought of. So of course 10 piece I'm like, "Oh, that's it." So I personally got a 20 piece with no drink because I got myself boba.
Oh,
So I had the Alexis meal, if you may.
the Alexis meal.
And so basically the sauces. So explain the sauces to the people.
So we have, I guess it's hard to explain really because they both have kind of a kick to it, but we have Cajun sauce, which is more of a creamier sauce, one could say. Maybe if you like honey mustard or something like that, that might be your thing. Um, Definitely, in my opinion, inspired by like like the usual like Cajun seasoning that you put on like seafood or like fries and stuff because it kind of tasted like that. And then we have sweet chili, which when you first bite into it, at least for me, like all I tasted was something sweet, and then the savory kind of came afterwards, like the little bit of spice that it had. But it's not really creamy. I don't know how to explain that. It's almost like a sweet and sour sauce,
It's
I
like not like a
guess.
McDonald's sweet and sour sauce. I would say it's more of like a Wendy's sweet and sour sauce.
Yeah, like it's like clear gelatin type sauce with like little specks of like pepper in it or whatever.
I personally am a changed person because I love that new sauce. I forgot the name. Which one is the not the Cajun one?
The
You just
sweet
completely
chili.
said it. The sweet chili sauce. Me being a changed person, but yet forgot the sauce that I like have been changed from. Um, but yeah, like it's so good. The sweet chili
It
sauce, like
really is.
I could take a bath in it.
No, not a bath.
Like a whole bath. Just give me 100-piece from McDonald's and a bath full of sweet chili sauce.
You know what? I agree with you though. I think both sauces are good. Like I could eat both. But yesterday I literally just asked for sweet chili. I was like, you know what? Let's be
Oh,
honest here. There's only one sauce that I really, really want, and it's that one. So it's so good. And I'm not sure like what it is about it. It's just
it's
very
so
good.
good. Like
It really is.
McDonald's needed that one sauce that was like spicy, just a little bit more spicy than all the other sauces. Because I feel like their sauces, you know, they have the basic sweet and sour, and they have um just like barbecue and stuff like that. They have like the
Mm-hmm.
regular sauces, but they need that one that has like a little bit of a kick to it. They
Right.
just needed that. They needed that, and they got it. Thank you, BTS.
Yes. Thank you. I do kind of wish the sweet chili had. I think we talked about this. Like, I wish it had a more of a kick to it. I guess not like an insane amount of spice, but if you eat more of it like at once, it starts to hit like settle in. So
Yeah, but you really can't add too much spice to it and expect it, you know, the wide range of Americans to enjoy it. Of
very
course,
true.
of course, I'm Asian American, you're Latinx, but I mean, we are used to eating spice all the time. But then, you know, people will complain just in general because it's
Very
America
true.
and stuff like that.
They should have made three. They should have made or four. They should have made the originals and then extra spicy.
Oh
Settle it.
my God.
That would have been fun.
Oh my God, yeah. I just hope it isn't limited time because if I come back to McDonald's a year from now and they don't have the sweet chili sauce, I might complain to corporate. I might
My
become a
feelings are gonna
Karen.
be no, I'm gonna fly over to the Korean headquarters and I'm gonna rob them.
You're gonna rob them of all their sweet chili sauces.
Or I'll just ask them for the recipe and then make it myself. I can imagine just like a big jar of sweet chili sauce in my house.
Oh, you know how I've watched a lot of Korean dramas, but I noticed that I don't know if this is for every single Korean person out there, but they have a kimchi fridge. We should
Mhm.
just have a sweet chili fridge in our houses.
We should.
Just jars and jars full of sweet chili sauce to put on every single thing that we.
You know, have you ever tried yum yum sauce?
No, I haven't. Oh, yagyum sauce from like Korean fried chicken?
No,
No?
yum,
Yum
like
yum
YUM.
sauce.
Yeah, from like hibachi places, because that's another one that I would do that for.
Oh,
It's like
I
a,
haven't tried that.
it's really hard to explain what it is. It's like the same color and like creaminess as like the Cajun, but it doesn't taste like Cajun. I don't know, but they put it on the side, they serve it on the side, and I put that all over my rice and chicken. Ooh, it's amazing. It's like the best part.
Do you have Chick-fil-A where you are?
Hmm.
You do have Chick-fil-A? So in Texas, Chick-fil-A is like the biggest deal on the planet.
Yeah, it's huge
So,
in my area too.
oh my God, Chick-fil-A sauce. Chick-fil-A sauce by the bottle.
So good. The
It's,
grocery store I work at actually started selling like the big bottles of Chick-fil-A
oh my
sauce.
God. I could put that on my nuggets. I could put that on my fries. Oh, I could basically live off Chick-fil-A sauce. I love it with all my heart.
It's very good. It is really good.
It is so good. Oh my God, shout out to Chick-fil-A. Even though you don't open on Sundays.
Yep.
Oh my God. Oh,
Now I want to eat like everything we just everything we just
yes.
mentioned.
The thing is that every single time I go to the supermarket, I always find myself going and getting nuggets. Like even if it's like different types of nuggets, I have to get nuggets because it's just a good snack. I feel like in the middle of the day when you don't know what to eat and you don't want to make food, you just pop a couple nuggets in the microwave and you just have a grand old day. You know, you just have your sauces on the side and pick a couple and just have nuggets. Like, it doesn't have to
Exactly.
make McDonald's. It just has to be nuggets.
Exactly. I literally look forward to like days that I know that my mom's not gonna cook, or like days that my parents are not home because I know I can get nuggets. Because like because apparently McDonald's like fries have like milk in them, and my sister's lactose intolerant. But that works in my favor because then we always get Wendy's, which is my favorite nugget.
Oh yeah, they have some really good nuggets. They have a little spice to them. Like, that's what I like
Yeah,
about
that's
them.
the thing. They're like a little flavor to them. I always get the spicy nuggets from there anyway, which I'm glad that they never got rid of.
Yes. Oh my God. So this is my favorite combo when I go to Wendy's. I get the sea salt fries, sea
Mm-hmm.
salted fries,
Mm-hmm.
and then I put them in my Frosty.
Banger.
Oh,
I love doing that. My cousin was actually, I think, the first person to show me, and we were at a Wendy's. She was like, "Have you ever tried dipping your fries in ice cream?" And I was like, "No." And then I was hooked. It's just so good.
it has a little bit of like that, that chocolate pretzel kind of vibe to it, where
Hmm.
it's salty, but it has like a sweetness to it.
Yeah. I love that sweet and salty.
Beautiful.
Like, I'm not huge with the sweet stuff. Like, I prefer like salty, savory snacks, but sweet and salty, like together, it
Sweet and
is so
salty.
different. Like kettle corn.
Kettle corn. Kettle corn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Exactly.
Have you ever tried
Oh,
caramel popcorn?
yes, I have tried caramel popcorn.
I like it. Not as much as kettle corn, but I do like it.
I just personally, I'm not a big popcorn fan,
Mm-hmm.
but I love like flavored, a little bit of spicy popcorn.
Spicy popcorn. I've never had that.
Yeah. If you have like, there's like seasonings you can buy in the supermarket. There's like a certain type, I think it's like a spicy kind of look to it. And you like sprinkle it. It's like a salt. You salt. Oh, it's not only salt. It's like you spice up the popcorn that
Mm-hmm.
you already have, and it's so good. Oh my God. That and sweet popcorn. Sweet popcorn is also good.
I'll have to try that at some point because it sounds good.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm I'm not like I'm like a person who can take like extreme spiciness. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I can't take like really spicy ramen because it's still like really, really spicy and stuff.
Right,
But
right.
I like a little bit of spice, a little bit. If I have a little bit of kimchi on the side, like that's good. Like, I need a little bit of kimchi on the side with like my meat and my rice,
Mm-hmm.
because it just brings everything together and just makes this, like, it just has like a range of flavor. I feel like I need flavor is so important.
It really is. Seasonings of any sort on most foods, because some of them you don't really need them, but on most foods are essential.
Exactly, exactly. Speaking of spice and flavor, this recent week we had our 13th anniversary. Well, not of the podcast because we just barely started, but 13th anniversary of SHINee being SHINee.
Yay! Thank God for that. And for the continuation of the group
I
into the future.
I try to connect it. I try to connect a little bit.
You did well. You do a great job.
So I guess a good rundown would be, who is SHINee?
Well, could they be considered like a contemporary band? Because I've seen that, but I also see different descriptions of what they are. Like they're a K-pop like boy band, I guess, quote unquote.
Even though they're all like over 30 now, pretty much.
Right.
It's like, I still say contemporary because that's how they were introduced. I feel like back in
Yeah.
2008 when they were introduced, they were known as a K-pop guy group. I would say guy group more because they're like not boys anymore.
Right.
Um,
Right.
K-pop guy group, even though that just sounds weird.
K-pop man
Um,
group.
K-pop man band.
No.
A K-pop guy group that is I guess known of or has is supposed to be a group that's supposed to be testing different ranges of concepts.
Correct. So they really, you could never predict what they're coming out with next, basically.
Exactly. And it's a 5-person group.
Correct.
Um and they're just good guys. They're just really good, funny guys. Oh my god, I don't know how to explain them really well. How would you explain our good old SHINee?
Well, I feel like maybe we should do like individually because they all have their own little traits that kind of make up the whole, right? So we have the oldest member, Onyu, also known as Lee Jinki. Um, how do I explain him? He's, I guess, he is the leader of the group. He's main vocalist, excellent singer. Check out his solo album voice. But he's very much so like a parental figure. He's a caretaker. Um, definitely kind of like a shoulder to lean on for the rest of the group. I would say he's kind of like a shy guy, but when he's around people he's comfortable with, then he gets a little like wacko. Has very weird talents, like he can spin stuff on his finger, or he can like crack walnuts open with his fingers. But yeah, great guy, very loving guy. Would you like to describe another member yourself, or do you want me to do all 5 of them?
Do all 5. I want to see what your interpretation is.
Okay, I'll go in age order.
Okay.
So next we have our beloved Junghyun, probably like the best singer, composer, lyricist like ever. A lot of people, like, one of the first things they talk about is that he's a short guy, but I personally don't care. Like, I love that, like, you see him in pictures with like heels and stuff and things like that, because I just think he rocks it. Like, I couldn't wear heels and walk around as well as he could. So I love that. I love his teeth. I know people talk about that, but I just think he has really pretty teeth. Like, they're very straight, very shiny. No pun
uh
intended.
uh
Yeah, he has. I'm just gonna call it a sausage dog because I forget the literal term, but
Dachshund.
he has a dachshund named Rue, who we love very much. Um, he has a couple tattoos, which I think, from what I saw on Twitter, inspired a lot of fans to get some too, because they're like, oh well, if this cool guy's doing it, I might as well.
School guy.
Not like that. It's not as cheesy as that, but um, honestly, I say him and Jinky are alike in the way that they have very big hearts, and Junghyun is very outspoken on topics that he finds important that he thinks people should know about. So I really appreciate that about him. Um, next in line, we have
Mr. Keebum.
Mr. Kim Kiba, also known as Key. One thing that I do notice a lot is that even like 13 years into his career, people are still like, oh, the sassy one.
Ugh.
I hate that. And I like, even like for the longest time, I like, even though I didn't like it, I couldn't really figure out the proper way to describe who he is. But I feel like, yes, he is a fashionista, and yes, he's interested in fashion, but it's not just an interest, it's like he himself is an artiste. Like,
An
he does
artiste.
he designs all these like concert outfits and all these like stages, and he has like a degree in that. He's a very smart man. He's very caring. You know, when Taemin was enlisting, that he prepared a whole bunch of like food for him, and that he bought him like soles for his boots, but he bought him an extra pair so he could make friends and give them away. He's so caring. Like, such a little angel. But I guess in their own way, I feel like the 3 oldest members are like the parents. Like, I also see he was like a motherly figure, I guess. But I feel like he's also the one that's not afraid to like reprimand them if they ever go like off the walls or something.
True, true, true.
Yeah. So that is key. Also, I forgot to mention, but check out all of Jonghyun and Key's solo stuff as well.
Yo, 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 what's up?
Okay. Next in line we have
Mr.
Minho.
Flaming Charisma himself.
Yes. It is this man is like the definition of like well-rounded, like Mr. Worldwide.
Mr.
This man,
Worldwide.
this man does like literally everything. Like he's the athletic one, the one like literally the most supportive man ever. Like he will be at any event. He could literally be the busiest man ever, but he'll fly immediately after being done with one thing to go watch like Taemin's concert or something. That's just how he is. It's very, very caring. Amazing with kids. We have seen such a great guy. He has a big heart. I mean, they all do, but there's something different about like just I don't know the way that he. It's just like kids come to him. I don't know,
I would come to him.
like right. He has a really pretty voice, which I forgot to mention for Key, but Key is a vocalist slash rapper. Minho
Oh
does the
my
same
god.
thing.
All of them are vocalists, honestly.
Exactly, exactly. And all of them could pull off a little rap. Not that we've heard all of them doing it, but I'm sure they could.
Also, may I just add,
Yes, please do.
Minho is the definition of a woman author slash illustrator designing her perfect man. Like, if anything, Minho is written by a woman. He is written by a woman. He is the definition of your basically your first lead in any kind of K-drama whatsoever. Like he is athletic, he is charismatic, he is a confident, beautiful, beautiful man.
Absolutely.
He has a warm heart. He is the definition of beauty, grace, visuality, concept driven, beautiful, beautiful aura. All of them have beautiful auras and are beautiful, beautiful men.
Absolutely.
Can I just shout out Mr. Minho himself? Like,
he
continue,
really is
continue.
full package. Basically, what we're trying to say is Minho's a full package.
Once you're in, you never go out. I'm just saying.
Like, if your parents ever wanted an ideal man for you, this is the
Ooh,
number one guy. Like,
this is the man. He doesn't buy you flowers, he buys your mom's flowers too.
so true. So true. He's always thinking about everybody.
Oh, okay. And then talk about Mr. Chaos himself. Mr. Chaos himself.
One thing you will learn is that what you see in performertainment is not at all who he is.
No, he's a baby boy.
He is a sweet little baby cheese, like we like to call him. Absolutely adorable. Definitely likes to cause trouble for his older brothers, but we love him for it because it makes for some great comedy. Great singer, one of the best dancers slash performers, like alive. Hello.
Oh, yes.
Has an amazing little cat, which we've talked about before.
Mr. Kungi herself.
Yes. Taemin is one of those people that's like, I feel like he's always reinventing himself, or like he's just reinventing K-pop every time he comes back.
Oh, exactly. He doesn't follow the trends. He makes the trends. Every single little boy that goes into SM Entertainment and says, I want to be a K-pop idol or I want to be a K-pop dancer slash visual, literally is in love with Taemin. They are always drawn to Taemin, or Taemin is their inspiration. Because Taemin is, I have no words to describe how amazing he is as a person. And he is an amazing, amazing artist. And he is not just the baby of the group. He is one of the five faces. Like all five faces are unique in their own special way. And Taemin is just one of those faces. And people just love him. Like he's just a really cool guy.
He really is. And I feel like he's like one of those people that I think all of them can be that way, but he's one of those people that like can very easily adapt to different situations. Like they put him in Super M, or like between solo and SHINee activities, or like flying from Japan to Korea. Like he can speak multiple languages. Shout out to Key, who can do that too. But like he can just do everything. They can all do everything.
If you want a dynamic group that never strays from perfection, and they're hard on themselves to how perfect they have to be.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who can prove all of your friends wrong that say K-pop is just a bunch of visuals and boys that can just dance and sing. Because SHINee is that group. SHINee is that group with amazing vocals, rap. They can all rap. If you give them a chance, they can all rap
Mm-hmm.
somehow, some way. They speak multiple languages. They're basically five good boys that you could just show to your mom, and your mom would be like, just go and have an amazing life with one of them. Like,
Exactly. And they're one of those groups. Not that there aren't other groups that do this, but I feel like out of the groups that I see, and they're one of those that you genuinely feel like a connection with. Like they always make sure that you understand what you mean to them and like what role you play in their career. They just always are so appreciative of like us as Showels and like literally everything they have. And it's like, you don't have to thank me, I should be thanking you.
exactly. Exactly. Oh my god. Um recently, I guess we should talk about this. Recently, Taemin has gone to the military.
Mhm.
Um and he's gonna be gone for a whole year and a half, right?
Mhm.
And it's just like, what are your thoughts of not seeing him for a whole year and a half?
I feel like it hasn't hit me yet just because we have advice being so fresh. But when like comebacks start to happen, or like when I'm going through like school or something and I find myself listening to like his old stuff, or like the same stuff over again, I'm gonna be like, where's this man at?
Where's this man at?
Yeah, and I always feel like the thing with enlistment is that at first it feels really slow, and then you kind of like forget. You're like, oh wait, like they're actually enlisted. Like they're not gonna be releasing anything. And then when it's over, it feels like it went by really fast. Like time is so warped during the whole like enlistment arc of their life.
Enlistment arc? Is this like an anime?
Yeah, this is the SHINee enlistment arc. It's almost over. But one thing I will say is that okay, I understand. Taemin is the baby. We've had him around literally the entire time we've been stands, most of us, at least people that I follow on Twitter. But some people are like looking at like the meals that like soldiers get fed, or like looking at the training that he's gonna have to go through, and they're like, Taemin can't be put through that. Like we need to get him out of there. And I'm like, he is a grown adult.
He is a grown adult and
He
he can
can
take care
do
of
it.
himself. He's been
Exactly.
buffed before. He knows how to work out, honey.
Exactly. Like everybody's like, we gotta get him out of there, like in all caps. And I'm like, we don't. Like he's absolutely gonna be fine. Like Shinki Minhyun, he already went through it and they came back beautifully. So did a whole bunch of other idols. And I know Taemin can do it. He's gonna be okay. But I understand as well that some fans probably haven't gone through enlistment like for some of the new Shawls. They don't
Mm-hmm.
get it. So
Yeah. I mean, for me especially, it was more of like, so Taemin for me was like my first ever buys in K-pop ever.
mhm.
So just like seeing him grow throughout, I started in 2016. So of course I started Preset era and it just like went through everything, and I've never really strayed from not seeing him for so long. Especially kind of it felt more genuine during the time when everyone else was listing. So this was when Jinky was listing and Key was listening and Minho was in the Marines having a ball, whatever he was doing over there. And and it's like damn, he's really gone. Like it's like it hasn't really hit me like to the point where I
Mhm.
feel like I feel sad about it. It's more of just kind of like, oh, I mean, of course, this is our last one. So once we get through Taemin, we'll enjoy well Lisbon for the rest of the time ever.
Right, right.
Um, but it's been like, as a Taemin, it's like especially so hard for us because it's like, damn, our
Right.
baby's gone. You know, like of course he's not a baby, but it's like, damn, you know, like our little English speaking boy, he's trying to learn English right now.
Mhm.
Our little man is gone, you know, like it's I mean, I mean, I felt this way about all of SHINee, of course, because SHINee is SHINee, and they mean so much to me. And I remember when ONU left back in
18,
2017,
18.
right? 2018.
Yeah.
It was hard. Do you have anything to add about when ONU left?
Well, let's just say I was in my bag.
You were
Like,
in your bag.
that, I mean, yeah, I guess that was like a different time because, I had only been like a fan for about 2 years at that point, almost three. Not that I wasn't mature enough at that age, but I was still like at that point with Jinky, where I was like super cheesy about it. So
Mm,
yeah, I cried. I guess because the enlistment came out of nowhere, which it usually does, but for some reason I was just like really upset. And then I went through it, but we got updates and that made it much better. And I was at that point where I was maturing as a K-pop fan, so I was like, I can listen like to other groups. It's really not that big of a deal. Like I don't need to have
exactly.
one group. So like getting into other groups at that time or just listening to like other stuff, it didn't necessarily have to be K-pop, made it so much easier because I didn't feel so restrained, I guess, by like the stands, not really the people.
Exactly. And I mean, I guess this goes for right now and it goes for back then. We had, I mean, back then we had Taemin. Taemin was doing every single thing known to man. Like
Mm-hmm.
I can't even comprehend how much he did in the years and a half. It was multiple, of course. It was like 2 years.
Right.
Um, a good 2 to 3 years of just Taemin. And he would like steal Key's clothing when he's in the military,
Yeah.
and he would forge signatures because he was the only one there. He would he would go into Super M and he'd make all these like little like tiny little friends. Of course, they're not all tiny. They're like, you know, in their 20s and stuff. But for him, they're
Right.
like his tiny little friends. And he would go to LA and he would go around the world and stuff like that. And I mean, we never really missed SHINee as much as I think other groups sort of do. Like I feel like when it comes to K-pop groups, you always have like this sort of like longing for updates.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like when it came to SHINee, Taemin was Taemin was always there for us when everyone else was gone. And
Right.
right now, who knows? I mean, Minho is talking today. Today, I heard he was in an interview and he's talking about his new solo album that he's thinking about making real soon. So
Yeah. Key's having a comeback in July, Onu in September, if that schedule like continues as they said. But
we shouldn't fear. We shouldn't
you
fear.
should not. I feel like the like I didn't cry when Taemin left. Like, of course, it felt like it's a little like ouch inside. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
felt really heavy, but I feel like the thing that made me more sad was thinking about how the members feel, if that makes sense. Like,
Exactly.
that's their little man, that's their
The
little
little man.
baby. Like, for them, knowing that Taemin did so much for them when they were gone, and like, Minho made that comment on his Instagram post, I think, about how like he had been with him since he was in like sixth grade, and to see him now is so crazy. I
Mm-hmm.
was like, no, they literally raised him.
And especially this is just more of just SHINee. This is more of like K-pop in general.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like the K-pop concepts that have come since Taemin has decided to do a solo career, has started in SHINee. He started, I mean, when he started training, he was like 13 years old. Like, can you imagine just like your entire life being a transcend of K-pop industry? Like, if people are gonna miss you, like K-pop in general is missing Taemin right now because, of course, after Advice right now we're like a month in, and of course we're not like missing him, but
Right.
they will, they will. I mean, it's Taemin is one of the faces of K-pop. And I don't mean this like in a I'm a Shawool and I say what I say. I mean this in like K-pop is gonna miss Taemin
Absolutely.
big time.
Like when he comes back, I'm expecting like million seller Taemin.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Like he's if you don't know Taemin and you know K-pop, you haven't been paying attention, sweetheart.
Absolutely. I mean, just like the amount of like covers that you see out there, like you said, the amount of idols who express Taemin as being like their inspiration, or just if you see him on like shows and you see how like the MCs and stuff treat him, like everybody just really loves him, as they should.
Yeah. And even though he's not a baby anymore. He's like
Right.
28 now. 28. He's always going to be the baby of K-pop. Like that's the thing. Like he's not he's a grown ass man. And then I see like MCs, and of course it's Suju. So of course it's like Super Junior is usually MC. And they see Taemin, they still see him as a 13-year-old. He's a grown man.
Yeah, like they always want to take care of him. I mean, I'm sure he likes getting taken care of. He's a
Oh, he
little
loves
stinker,
that.
but yeah. The one thing
It's
I
insane.
the one thing I like is that like at least for the other members, and I'm sure it'll happen with Taemin, but Shovels like continuously talk about them and they bring up like all this old stuff or they're like talking about what to look forward to. So I never really was like super sad, if that makes sense. Cause like
Yeah.
yeah, they always made it comfortable. And we are like, yeah, like we're just gonna party. And
We're
I was
just gonna
telling
party.
I was telling my one friend on Twitter, I was like, when we get through Taemin's enlistment, like probably will feel like I can go through anything at that point because like
Exactly.
SHINee enlistment's over. We did that. They did that more so because I didn't really do anything. But yeah, I'm
Yeah,
looking forward to it.
me too, me too. And the only person who didn't update us was Mr. Lee Jinky himself. Everyone else was doing like letters and stuff, and Minho was still talking about random things that he's doing in the military and the Marines. He was in the Marines.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, Mr. Lee Jinky doesn't really do Instagram or do the school social media. So it was like, where is he? It was so crazy because when he was gone, he was literally like gone.
Literally, like up until when he started the musical, it was probably like next to nothing.
The crazy thing is that he's not even that old. He's like in his 30s right now, but it's like you're not like a but the thing is that we still kind of treat him as if he's like an old man because he's kind of an old man. He doesn't know how to do technology that well.
He's like an old soul. He just likes to do like pottery and like cooking and stuff. I
Oh my
love him
god.
though. We love him though.
Oh, he's great. He's an amazing person. Like all of them. If you're listening to this podcast and you don't know who SHINee is, please look into them. Like this is
Absolutely.
just more than just K-pop in general. It's more than just Korean lyrics. This is genuinely like a good group to listen to because they're amazing vocally, amazing dancers. They never you never expect what they're gonna do. Like that's the crazy thing. Like they had one comeback that was called One of One, and they literally decided to do a 90s concept out of complete nowhere, and they had cassette tapes. Like literally, they sold cassette tapes with their album. Like who does that? No one did that.
Right. Absolutely.
Oh, they're just amazing group of dudes. Like,
Right?
oh, I don't. What was your? Do you have a moment where you realized that this was going to be a group you're going to listen to the rest of your life?
That's a good question. Because I feel like it all happened so fast. Like I remember the moment where I was like, I'm gonna be a Jinky stan probably forever. But not like the group as a whole. Because I feel like once like that very first day, the fact that I watched one MV and I just kept watching meant a lot because I find it hard to get into music anyway. Like I find it hard to commit myself. So the fact that I didn't even think about it, I was like, yeah, let's go. I'm watching everything starting from now. I think what really solidified it was finding like you and like other friends on Peach and stuff to kind of share the experience with. Because I feel like we all kind of grew together and like not that it was a prison or anything, but like I didn't have a chance to like not be surrounded by them, but me not being upset by that was very eye-opening. Like it was the first group where I was like, yeah, like this is genuinely comfortable and I would not mind
Mhm.
this.
Exactly,
Don't mean
exactly.
to get in my bag here or anything.
For me, it was more of just I remember the first month into View because I feel like if anything, View is like oh, I wouldn't say it's, but it is my favorite K-pop song of all time. Like that says a lot. That
Mhm.
is my because I don't really choose favorites most of the time. Like it takes me so long to think about things. Like you're like, what's your color? And I'm like, can I pick like five? Like I don't
Right.
I'm not the type of person to like be like, this is a favorite color and I stand by it. Um it's just I mean like when I say View is like my turning point, I feel like it was my turning point. Because I remember the first time I watched the dance, it wasn't even like the actual Envy. It was the dance performance video. I watched it,
Really?
and it wasn't even the crazy thing is that it wasn't even the Envy. I don't even remember it being the Envy at all. It was the dance performance video. It was randomly on my YouTube. Like I of course it's because probably the algorithm caught me because I was
Mhm.
listening to Stand By Me from Boys Over Flowers, because which is awesome by SHINee, by the way, on Spotify. So I mean, I was into the dance practice video and I was like, oh my god, my life has changed forever. Like that moment, that just like that snap. I was like,
Right.
oh my god, I love them. And I mean, of course, it's also added probably Minho's amazing arms in that Envy, which probably would have awakened something in me, other things. But I mean, like, oh, their dancing was so good, and just everything was just so amazing.
Mhm.
Like this song, I had on repeat for days, days on end, and I would only listen to. I feel like my first K-pop album I ever listened to was "Marries the Music."
Great
And
album to
that
start with.
says so much because it's like one of the best albums in Cal K-pop history, pretty much.
Exactly.
And also it really really helped being friends with you and being friends with all my friends on Peach and everything, because I literally had a group of people that I can like talk to about SHINee. So I feel
Right.
like for so long I didn't have any friends who like SHINee,
Hmm.
you know because that was really hard to find back then. I don't know why.
I agree. Or it was hard to find people that like it sounds weird saying it, but like we're as serious about it, I guess, as we were. Cause like, okay, people maybe like SHINee, but maybe they don't know like more of their music besides like title tracks, and maybe they were really just into like Tayman or something, how it is.
Mm-hmm.
But like people that are genuinely into like SHINee from A to Z, like everything about it. Yeah. When you find someone like that, then you just want to hold on because they're
Yeah,
important.
you wanna continue this good old SHINee train.
Yeah. I feel like every year I get like at some point during the year I get like this feeling where I'm like, I can't believe I'm still here. In a like relief kind of way. Cause like I
Mm-hmm.
remember at least like when ONU enlisted, I was like, I wanna be there when he comes back, but I really can't say for sure that in a year and a half I'm gonna be the same person. But like when he came back and it was like so much excitement and I still had like my little group of Shadow friends, I was like, this is great. Like this is I'm living in like my best life.
Exactly, exactly. And I mean, it's just like the small things. If anything, SHINee keeps you interested. SHINee always
Mhm.
keeps you interested. Like there was always moments where I was like, maybe like other groups too. And then I would always find myself going back to SHINee. Like my top artist on Spotify since 2016 has been SHINee. Every single wrapped up, every single Spotify rap has always been SHINee. And I always go back. I think that's the crazy thing. Like they have more than just amazing discography. They have amazing Japanese discography. They have amazing solo content. Like I have my top 5 artists are literally SHINee. Well, top 6 artists: SHINee, Jonghyun, Kibum, Ijinki, Onyu, Taemin, and and Minho, his solo song. Like that's top 6 artists right there. Like Spotify just doesn't know they're all the same person, I swear.
Really, they don't group them up.
They don't. They're just kind of like, so this is your top 6 artists. And I'm like, so I basically don't have a life. That's fine.
Right. I feel like it's gonna be so cheesy, but there's like no other group I'd rather have as like an alt, if that makes sense.
Exactly.
Like this is a great place to be. A great little family to be in.
Exactly. And the thing is that I feel like, especially in Korea in the K-pop industry, there's always that fear that you'll die out. There's always that fear that you as a group, I'm talking about like a K-pop group or anything like that, they always have a fear that they're gonna die out. And the thing is that I've never had that fear about SHINee ever in my life. Everyone's like, after you turn 30, if you're still here, you're timeless. And I feel like SHINee is the timeless TM trademark, the timeless.
Absolutely.
And Super Junior. Super Junior is also very timeless.
Right. And the thing is, like, you never get that sense of like, this isn't something that I want to do for as long as I can from them. Like, they're very serious about like, we are very close, both as a group and with the fans. And as much as we can, we do want to continue this. We do want to keep making music. We're just making memories. So that's
exactly. Nice. And I can see them, you know, in their 40s. Of course, it's a crazy concept. Think about them being married and have children by then, probably, if they can.
God, yeah.
I mean, of course, like I want to see them do well for the rest of their life. Like even if they don't make music anymore, I want to see them be MCs, or if I want to see them just still in the entertainment world. And even if they do retire and they want to just settle down, I would like to see updates. Like I would like to still see them on Instagram posting pictures of their kids, especially Minho. Minho needs to have a family. I will fight whatever supreme deity is out there in this world. It doesn't have to be God, it could be Buddha, it could be anything. Just give this man a family. I will vouch. All of them, give them all family, especially Jinky too. Jinky needs a family. He needs a good wife who takes care of him, he can cook for. Keepum needs a good partner. It doesn't have to be it can be anything. Like they don't have to date women. They can have men. They can have partners that are men. They can have partners that are non-binary. Like, come on, give them something.
Exactly. It literally just needs to be like someone. I don't care if they like buy an entire like litter of cats and they become a cat dad. They just need a companion. Maybe they don't want one, right? I don't know that for sure, but if they want one, I want that for them.
Exactly. If they want one, that's especially important.
Right, because I don't want to force it on them. Either like, you need to have a family.
I love
family. But yeah, there's like two extremes. You either force it onto them, or you just don't want them to have anything. But we are not there. We are in the middle. We're neutral ground here.
Exactly. I want them to have, I feel like anything, this 13th anniversary mark. Since 13th is not really necessarily like a 10th or a 20th or a 15th anniversary. It's definitely like one of those odd ones where you just embrace the fact that they're still around. I want them to be happy. That's all I want to
Absolutely.
take away from 30th anniversary. I just want them to be happy.
Absolutely. That's the takeaway. Like they literally don't have to keep holding events on their anniversary. If they just go out for dinner as a group and post a selfie, I'm like, this is the best day ever. Like I don't need anything else.
Exactly. And I want them to not let anti fans affect them too much. So I feel like we're still in that weird spot where we still have all that drama that's going on right now, and just let them embrace being SHINee. Let them embrace how much they've grown as people in these last 13 years. And if anything, like I said, I just want them to be happy. I want them to be proud of who they are. I want them to love themselves and and just don't worry about us as much, because I feel like they always worry about us, which is insane.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we're okay.
We're okay.
Please worry about yourself, your own health, mental health, because we want you to. We're taking care of
Exactly.
ourselves.
Uh,
We're great guys.
exactly.
I don't think
How about
so.
a good old new word for me to
Oh,
learn?
you're right. I'll give you a new word. It's finally nice out because it's been cold here actually. So I'll teach you the word for summer.
Okay.
Verano.
Verano.
Yes.
Hey. And in Chinese, it's a 夏天.
夏天.
Mm-hmm.
Or my voice is like naturally deeper, so when you say it, it sounds much nicer than the way that I can. But
夏, it's just like a straight down tone. It's just 夏,
sha,
夏天, which is like, it's like
夏天.
a more of like a higher tone. 夏
That's
天.
pretty. That's
Mm-hmm.
pretty.
Yeah. That's that's yay language learning. We keep that language learning category on our podcast, I guess.
Yes.
All right, maybe we should end it here.
All right.
All
Thank you,
right.
everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.